again. Welcome to Real Talk Thursdays. I'm your host, Dawn. Welcome to Dawn Aaron Loving Hands Creations. And you guys know my co-host, Sharon Loves Purple. And of course, you guys are seeing a new person on our panel today. Don't forget, welcome our KENDALL. You know, the feisty one, the ninja assassin. KENDALL, thank you for being here. And we've got hooking and stitching island style Antoinette. So
hi, everybody.
Thank you all for being here. I'm going to quickly say hi to everybody. So we got Linda. Hello, Linda. I did get your email. I will respond to you, sweetheart. Thank you for being here. Leslie. Hello. And Denise. Love you. And who else do we? Oh, we got Lini. Hello, sweetheart. How are you? And Spring, the fiber enthusiast. Hey, girlfriend. Hey, beautiful sister. How is everybody? And Sam. Oh, beautiful trouble. Where's Jan? Where's the other trouble? I know trouble's in the house somewhere. Mimi, hello, sweetheart. How are you? And Sue Ann, hello, Sue Ann. Thank you for being here. Renelle. Hi, Renelle. How are you? What are you up to, girlfriend? Sugar, Lady Red. And yes, Michelle is in the house. Hello, Rachel. How are you? I'm glad to see your face. And then we got Ricky. Hello, sweetie. So, trouble isn't. Well, I got three troubles, you guys. I've got Rachel, I've got Sam, and I've got Jan. Those are my troubles. I call them trouble. They're my trouble. So how is everybody? So you guys know, hello, Deanna. Hello. Thank you for being here. So you guys know Real Talk Thursdays is Real Talk. And you guys know I do speak a lot on mental health. Mental health is something that has affected all of us greatly throughout the world. You know what, you guys? I love catching the dying sessions. Yes. So Tammy, dying sessions will be tomorrow. I'm hoping to have fiber in tomorrow. If not, I do apologize, you guys, dealing with customers and trying to get everything brought through and here in time. So it may be just spinning up fiber, which I've been doing a lot of. Someone's got me in the sweat house right now. Not mentioning names, KENDALL. But anyways, I'm in the sweat house.
Throw me under the bus. That's okay.
I love you, KENDALL. I love you. So you guys know my Real Talk Thursdays is always about mental health because we all struggle with it. It doesn't matter who you are, all walks of life. And that is the thing that I always try to really talk about with all of you guys, where we share things that has helped us get through our dark times, even through times that when we didn't even realize we're going through. So it's our highs, our lows, and our in-betweens. And so I, invite people on. Whoever wants to join can join. KENDALL, I love having KENDALL up here, and Denise. Those two ladies are amazing. We all can be very open and talk about a lot of things. And now you guys see I've got our beautiful Antoinette. That is my other Canadian sister. And I'm loving it because I love having people from home join and be a part of everything. So Antoinette knows quite a bit. Her and I talk a lot, even behind the scenes. And we talk a lot even about mental health. And a lot of things that people don't understand is that mental health is a serious thing that is happening in the world today. And a lot of it from back in the day has been just swept under the rug. Now people are becoming more comfortable with speaking about it. And that's why I like doing these Real Talk Thursdays, because I want to let people know you are not your condition. Your condition doesn't identify who you are. It just sends you on many journeys. And those journeys are journeys of all of us learning to understand and be a part of. So if you do know someone that does have a mental health issue or condition, I shouldn't call it issue or condition, just mental health. Do not judge them for that, because that does not make them as a person. That is not who they are. It's like you having diabetes. If someone has diabetes, well, you have diabetes. Just like with mental health. If you have bipolar, if you have episodes of extreme depression, those are conditions. Those are health conditions. They are not who you are as an individual. Zara! Ooh, I can't wait till you get your stuff. Sorry. So, you guys, I really want it so that this can be a platform where we can all sit and talk about it and not feel shame. Because it's not me telling you, okay, I'm manic depressive and say that I am that. No, I have a mental illness with manic depression. That is not saying I am my condition. It's saying I have a condition, just like you would have with diabetes or a heart condition or any other condition. It does not identify who you are as a person. Having her talk, ooh, I am seeing a therapist and truly grateful for having her to talk to. See, and that's good, you guys. Going through therapy, there is nothing wrong with it. Having a therapist, I see one once a week. I'm being real with you guys. I'm going to be open. I see one once a week. And I'm not going to lie about it. I'm not going to deny it. Ooh, you are winding. Where's your ball winder? Oh, no, I know what you're doing. You're frogging.
Frogging. Then I'm gonna put it back onto the Addy.
Uh-oh. So I would like to ask the ladies on my panel, what is your thought when it comes to when people are labeling people for bad behavior when it comes to, okay, say someone commit a crime and someone labels it as split personality disorder or bipolar or schizophrenia, but come to find out it's just bad behavior. How does that make you guys feel?
Sad and angry.
Yeah,
Yeah.
And
it is because people are beginning to use those labels as, oh, she's such a bitch. She's bipolar and may
sure,
not be. Sorry,
it's all right.
but may not. I mean, unless and even if that person is, that should not be brought up.
Yep. Look, a lot of
No.
people don't know this. Dawn, I was diagnosed 42 years ago as a rapid cycler. Okay, mainly manic, very little depression, and I checked myself in for 2 months to learn everything I could about it because I was determined I was going to take control. Having the disorder, I wanted to have a lot, manage my life, and it's a struggle, daily struggle. I deal with it. When my son died, they thought that was it. I was going to end up committed for the rest of my life. But through faith and just working and learning about it, I'm still here. And I mean, the last 10 years has been rough. Most of you guys know how rough it's been with the losses and stuff, but I'm still here. And when somebody that does have a disorder identifies himself as that and blames it for everything wrong in their life, I say no, own it, own it. You can have a normal life. You've just got to learn to manage it, learn everything you can about it, your triggers, your coping skills, and work at it every day. And teaching the first aid I do, I am passionate about the mental health and wellness. I'm taking more courses because I'm going to be going into corporations, schools, and places like that to teach them about mental health and wellness. I'm passionate about it.
Thank you. And how about you, Kendall?
Well, I mean, I mentioned it before. When I became disabled, they had diagnosed me with fibromyalgia, but at the time, fibromyalgia was not a recognized diagnosis for disability. And my disability is based on major depression and chronic pain. So I've been hospitalized for my depression. I've done several intensive outpatient programs for my depression, and I have to be very careful not to. It's very easy to blame. What am I trying to say? It's easy. It would be easy for me to blame different situations in my life and the way I react to them because of my depression. And sometimes it's a difficult battle for me sometimes. I wake up in pain every day, and I would like nothing better than to stay in bed all day and do because it hurts to get up and walk around, but I can't let myself do that because I have to fight against it. I have to get up. Even if, for me, some days it's a success if I get dressed and walk into my living room, because I've gotten out of my dark bedroom, which is where I would really like to stay. And it's very easy for me. I'm very sensitive. I get overly sensitive sometimes because I take things, I don't always take, and I'm not putting this very well. Um, it's very, I always assume the worst. Someone's mad
Yeah.
at me. I did this wrong. I'm
Yeah.
the hardest on myself, and it's a constant battle to try to fight that. And it bothers me when I see people that seem to have just given up, and because I know it's hard, but there are ways to fight it and um, have a good life. I have extremely good life despite everything that I deal with. So I'm
Thank,
extremely blessed.
thank you. So yeah, you guys, I know I don't share a whole lot of my conditions. I'm very private that way because how I look at I don't. I'm very prideful. I'm the type of individual that I share it with close friends that I trust to let them know and understand exactly who I am. And the one thing is that putting it out here, it's out here permanently. So I try not to fully share. I do tell you guys, I do have lupus, I do have rheumatoid arthritis, I have multiple other autoimmune conditions, but also on top of it, I do deal with mental health as well. I'm not going to say exactly what one, but I do have episodes, manic episodes of the highs, and I do have them of the lows. So, having to deal with a lot of that, it's not easy. And for me, in order for me to be able to handle or understand my condition, like I know my triggers, and my husband actually knows it way before I know it when I start getting into those episodes. So, having people around you that know you and understand you and know when an episode is about to start before you know that trigger, like right away, because sometimes you're not realizing because you're so focused on other things that are going around you. But when you do have the people around you that love you and that see you every day and that understand you, it is always good to have that support group with you because they're able to guide you back. And I've been through that. I deal with chronic pain like Kendall does. And I know you deal with a lot of it too, right, Antoinette? Your the conditions that you have, yeah. So I mean, a lot of us deal with a lot of different type of chronic pains. I did 7 years of pain management, learning to understand it, and we even in that pain management, we also had. I would go 4 days a week. And no, it was 5. Oh my gosh. Now I think about it, I didn't realize I was in there that much. But it was like 5 days a week. And one day out of the 5, which would be on Fridays, that we would all have a group setting where we would all sit and talk about it and how we handle it. And the first step to accepting it, to understand it, is to accept it. And once you accept it, that's when a little bit of weight goes off your shoulders, but now it's understanding it. And when you start understanding your conditions, that's when things get a lot easier. And then you can educate the people around you. So when I did pain management for 6 years, it wasn't easy because you're dealing with one-on-one therapy, but you're also dealing with therapy in a group, seeing people who deal with the same condition that you deal with, and not realizing that you're not alone. So it was really nice to sit there. You get a booklet, you got the A, B's, and C's, and you go and identify different things, the different triggers. But the one thing, like I've shared with you guys, my first step was waking up every day thanking God for the pain, because you know what? The pain is letting you know you're still here. That was the main thing, is accepting it and understanding it and now learning how to work with it. Unfortunately for me, I am probably going to be medicated for the rest of my life because of the fact that with the conditions I have between the different types of arthritis, dealing with the lupus, having those flare-ups, the weather changing. When I tell you guys I'm a hot mess, but I own it, and I joke about it because that is me. That's great, Dawn. Hubby has things I have attention to, physical and mental health. Yeah, it is, and it is great to have people like that. Oh, Dee, you deal with chronic back issues that affect my ability to walk and other things. I fight and keep going daily. I actually need back surgery and neck. Wow, sweetheart. Hello, Rhonda. Hello, Dee Yummy. Hello, Angie. So you guys, sometimes, like, I know I have a couple procedures coming up. I don't share it. That's all I'm going to tell you guys. I'm not telling you when. Only the closest people around me. I just have a couple coming up. But it is to try and get healthy again. It's try to get my conditions under control again, because sometimes medications can only last for so long, and then they have to change things for you because your body starts becoming immune to it. So that is the unfortunate part about when we do have chronic illnesses, whether it's mental illness, whether it's a physical, an autoimmune, you name it. An illness is an illness, but the first step is to accept it and understand it. And I know for me, I do multiple crafts, and that's what helps me. For you, Antoinette,
Lots of crafts.
lots of crafts. I just call it multiple.
He's a multiple crafter.
There you go. I'm a Jill of all crafts, or like they would say, a jack of all trades. I'm a Jill of all crafts, and I like it. But that's what helps me, because keeping busy and staying busy also helps my mind to stay off of the fact that the pain can be really bad, and the medications aren't working the way I want it. They give me it dulls it for momentarily, but I don't sleep at night because of my back, because of my hips. I can't sleep. I have chronic pain throughout the night. And like I said, the medications only work for so long. There's a chance that they do surgery. Could paralyze me. Pain meds barely help. Oh, I am so sorry, Dee, sweetheart. Yes, keeping the mind busy is calming. And that is so true, Spring. Because when you do keep your mind busy, keep your hands busy, it helps you manage your pain. You stay so busy that you're not focused on the pain, but you are focused on what it is you're doing. DC, hello, sweetheart. I'm sorry I did not see you come in, sweetheart. Oh, you have some, which means, connective tissue is bad, and my muscles have helped. We keep sore muscles, and sometimes my whole body hurts for days. Oh, sweetheart, I am so sorry. And what is it that you do, DC, that helps you when it comes to your bad days? Do you just sit and relax, or do you try and keep your mind busy, keep yourself busy, sweetheart? So, hello, Ellen. Hello. Sorry I didn't see you. Crochet has done so much to help. I have had 2 back surgeries. Last was a fusion 28 years ago. And yes, every day is different, but the CP is there. Oh, yeah, chronic pain will always be there. And that is the one thing. Your body, when your body is in that amount of pain, you can do what you can, but sometimes taking a day where you rest and relax is what we need to do. And I like talking about this with all of you guys, because for me, when I see people labeling people who are just plain right jerks as a mental health, it bothers me, because
They're just bad people. Sorry,
exactly,
they're just bad people, Dawn.
exactly. Thank you, Antoinette. Bad people are bad people.
Yep.
But sometimes being more mindful of your audience and understand that, when someone is just being a plain out
Idiot.
They're just a plain
Poo-poo
out
head.
idiot. Yes, poo-poo head. There you go. I'm trying not to use words I would normally use.
Well, that's what I
I'm
said, poo-poo.
So when it comes to that, you guys, it really it can be very offensive for people who do deal with certain conditions. For example, if someone says, "Oh, well, you know, the word that we don't like," I don't like.
Which word is it?
The,
The nasty word for Down syndrome.
Thank you. The nasty word for Down
The
syndrome.
word they used to use years ago.
Exactly. And when people start saying that, why would you say that? Because I mean, you got to understand the people around you is people you don't know. You're in a mixed audience, and it is ignorance. So always mind your words very carefully when you start labeling bad behavior, because we can all be glorified Google people who want to go on Google and Google everything and say, well, you know what? Yep, that person is exactly like what they're saying here about this condition. I mean,
well, it's not only that, but they're also using the word as an insult.
Exactly. Go ahead, girlfriend.
It's real simple. There, but for the grace of God, go I. Love and acceptance.
Mm-hmm.
Simple. It's that simple. You know, consider yourself. We all have issues, but there's always somebody that's worse off than you. And God forbid your child or your sibling or yours, you don't know that person, and don't judge them until you walk in their shoes.
Exactly.
And the reason why I'm bringing up the labeling thing is because I've seen it so much happen when someone is being a plain right jerk to another person. Oh, well, that person is this. I'm like, hold up. Are you a professional? Why are you trying to use a serious condition
To insult somebody.
to insult someone when it's just plain right they're a jerk? And I wouldn't dare want to title anybody something that is as serious as health conditions, like mental health conditions. I have rest in most of the daily due to exhaustion because of my chronic pain. I'm thankful that I can rest when I need to. Oh, Riki, that's good, sweetheart. Oh, don't spit in the air. Something I was taught very young. Oh, I like that.
It comes if you spit in the wind, it comes back at you.
Right back at you. And that's the thing, you guys. We have to be more mindful because we can all be Google gurus. I mean, we can be the gods of Google and put in, let me see how I can insult this person. But you're not insulting. You're actually, the people that do have those conditions, you're shaming them. And nobody wants to be shamed for a condition that they have. I have scoliosis and 2 rods and a whole bunch of screws in my back. Had 12 spinal fusions. It's not easy every day. A lot of pain. Exactly. And sometimes when you see people with debilitating physical issues, like conditions, no, you're never late, Regina. Even health professionals can be rude. And yes, they can. And I know that for a fact because you know what? I've been dealing with certain one going in to try and have surgery done. And the first thing we want to bring up is my mental health. The first thing they read is, oh, I see you have this. And I'm like, I'm not here for that. I see another professional for it.
That has nothing to do with the condition.
Exactly. That has nothing to do with why I'm in to see you. This is not your field. So please, could you not? First thing you say, I see that you are, well, 1, you have this condition. 2, by the way, you're also overweight. Well, they'd say your BMI. So I'm kind of like, hold on, man. You guys just knocked me with 2 double rudeness.
The only time they should be asking that if maybe the medication you're on could be caught. But if it's not,
exactly,
move on.
Work and won't. Okay. Yes. And I have 2 rods. Okay. Most people that base me and knows my job assume I'm perfectly healthy, not realizing the wage war every day. Yes, the body to put because I know that they don't know exactly, DC. I still want to retire, so I won't get in the way of my fun. Did you see? And for me, you guys, like I said, right now I've been dealing since I went in and had, I went live after I had oral surgery and everything like that. And after having that done, I had to go back and see the ear, nose, and throat specialist because I could no longer breathe out of my whole left side. And that is the one thing I've been dealing with since September of last year?
Or longer.
Well,
yeah.
longer actually, because
It's getting worse since then. Yeah.
It's been getting worse since then. But I've been dealing with it actually before Sharon actually arrived last year to visit. The first go around, I was dealing with it. And it got worse when I got the COVID. Hi, Queens. How are you? Thank you for being here, sweetheart. So you guys, and then it just got worse. So I took the advice as a professional. I went in and said, okay, fine. If you're saying that this so-called tooth is causing the problem with my left side, then you know what? Let me go ahead and have that repaired. I did that. $5,000 later, after having 3 insurances, and I still, because I had to go in 4 times to have a couple things done, and because they kind of screwed up a few times, but whatever, it is what it is. So you guys, after dealing with that, she said come back and let her know. So I did. I gave it a month, followed the whole advice, did it, and the first thing I said is, she says, well, it took her a month to get back to me when I tried to schedule
only after you contacted her 6 times.
Exactly. So when I contacted her, then that's when she says, well, go in for a CAT scan. I went in for a CAT scan. And then it took her a month to review the records. Then I went back, and then I finally get it says, oh, it's your tooth. Well, it can't be the tooth because I don't have a tooth. Yeah, I had surgery. Marie, hello. How are you doing, beautiful? I'm glad to see you here. And so it's one of those things that you're dealing with a lot. Like I said, it's the professionals. They want to kind of pass it because honestly, sometimes I feel that the professional doctors do not want to do, because she was honest with me and said, that's the kind of surgery I don't like doing. I don't want to do. But if I'm coming back to you and it's been since September, I think the issue needs to be resolved. I have an HR at work tell me I look healthy. Yeah, and I've been there, DC. I've been there. I have a small procedure. It wasn't good and wasn't bad. I still getting a swelling from this procedure. The doctor told me it was all in. Yes, and that's what they do, you guys. When a professional tells you, oh, it's all in your head, it's not. You know your body better than anybody. And then when they want to tell you, if they see you have a mental health condition, they want to first thing hit that. Jesse, you're at, okay, girl, keep us updated, sweetheart. I hope everything is all right. At Tata's, okay, let me know everything goes all right. Okay, sweetheart. Oh, I had dental surgery today. Can't remember my. Oh, girl, I was awake for all of my dental surgery. I stayed awake.
The good stuff.
Oh, you had a doctor tell me the same thing. Oh my gosh, yeah.
Well, I have a doctor that won't even see me.
Yeah, and that's what Sharon's dealing with. So you guys, when doctors, the first thing they want to pull up is your mental health thing. And then it took me 6 years before I got approved for my retirement, for my disability. It took 6 years. I had to fight going from one doctor to another doctor to another doctor. And now the first thing I get every time, oh, you fired doctors. Yes, it didn't even redirect my obvious medical. Yes, thank you. See, and Jess is in the medical field. Kendall was in the medical field. And it's sad that they don't even want to listen to the individuals that are in the medical field when they are telling you. I mean, me as a doctor, if I was a doctor, I would be like, okay, yes, thank you. Wow, she knows what she's talking about. I would listen to that patient. Yes, it's my patient, but they have the experience in the field. So they would know what they're talking about, but not left to be felt like it's all in your head. We all know our body. We all know our limits. And we all know that if there's something going on, please, as a doctor, do something. Listen to your patients. Don't make them left to feel like it is in their head when it's not. You got that right. 3 different medical staff and pain management told me my knee of 9 years is in my head. Hubby and I said BS. Yes. Hello, Chris. Thank you for being here. Hi, Vivian. So yeah, you guys, I'm still dealing with a shoulder. My knees are bone on bone. They told me because I was too young. Okay, I'm too young, but I'm bone on bone. I mean, do you want to replace like the whole leg? I mean, look, I'm not getting any younger, but I'm getting older, but I'm not getting younger. But when doctors are kind of dismissing, I understand, yes, being in my 30s when we caught it with my knees bone on bone, I'm now in my 40s. And it's not getting any better. I've done the whole procedure, but they always want to tell us that it's in our head. Doctors, 20 years to finally diagnose me, never gave up searching for a doctor who cares. Exactly. And that's the exact thing that we need is more doctors who actually care.
Well, I had back surgery March 25th last year. And I had been telling my doctors, every doctor I came in contact with, I would say, something's not right. My leg and my foot is going numb. Nobody really paid any attention to me. And finally, I found another doctor and I told him, look, there's something wrong. They let it go so far that they had to give me a brace to wear, or I tripped over my own feet. I'd be walking just on a flat surface and my foot would drag. And so I would trip constantly. And they let it go so long that by the time they sent me to a neurologist who actually paid attention, they told me that they weren't even sure how much function I would get back because the discs in my back were so compressed and pinching the nerve. So, and it had been so long, they weren't sure how much function I would get back. So, it took me, like I said, almost a year to find somebody. And I'm thankful that, I did get most of my mobility back, but doctors don't always listen to you. And I'm with Jess. I mean, I tell people, doctors can be fired too. They act like they can't be, but they can. So if you are going to a doctor, of course, a lot of times, it's hard to get in to see someone else, but you just have to keep looking and looking to find somebody. But I've gotten up and walked out myself before. So.
Yeah. And you guys, look, you want to know how I found out that I had lupus? So I spent years, when I tell you guys, my husband would literally pick me up out of bed and bathe me and dress me so I can go to work because I refuse to stay home, call off sick. I went to work. I'm a certified welder. I was swinging sledgehammers. I was lifting things that a lot of females probably couldn't lift, like slack adjusters. And if anybody knows how big those slack adjusters are, taking it up off the truck, carrying it, putting it under the freight car, putting it on. I'm telling you guys, my job was very physical. And I would suck it up. I would literally be like, no, I'm going to work. I would tell my husband that. I spent years going in getting cortisone injections in my ankles, in my heels, because of the fact that I had heel spurs, but I had plantar fasciitis. I also had effusion of my ankles. On top of it, I had one Achilles that was partially torn and thickened, and the other one was thickened. So they were really concerned, and he kept saying, look, I'm giving you more than I'm supposed to for your cortisone shots, and I'm worried because it's not lasting as long as it should. And usually the amount they give you is about the max 3 months. Some people can get longer. And so for me, I was literally going to work, walking. I would walk on uneven terrain on the ballast, and it was hard. It wasn't easy. My job was a very physical job. I was using come-alongs, sledgehammers, I'm welding, I'm rebuilding freight cars, you name it. That was my career. That was my passion. And so I was constantly going in, getting these injections to the point where it was every 5 weeks. And he's like, I can't do this. He goes, I need to run blood work. And I was like, okay, why are we running? Because he'd done everything. He did the light therapy. He did it all. And I'm telling you, it was not working. He tried the newest that is supposed to work on what was going on with me. None of it worked. He said, no, we're going to do blood work. Went and did blood work, came back with a positive ANA, a foot doctor. I went into my own primary care telling them, look, my back, they seen the arthritis. Oh, it's just arthritis, wear and tear. They seen my hips, seen that, you know, it's pretty spongy, my hips and, you know, the birth canal, whatever, it's pretty bad. It is full of arthritis. I've got spurs in my hips. I got spurs throughout my spine all the way up to my neck. I've got 3 bulge discs, 2 of them are partially torn. And I worked like this my whole career at the railroad. I refused to allow it to stop me. But I kept going in telling my doctors, there's something wrong. There's something wrong. I'm in so much pain. Well, we'll send you to a foot doctor. Send me to a foot doctor. I had all kinds of special inserts. Like, it took years for me to find that I had rheumatoid arthritis after actually having 2 carpal tunnel surgeries, injections in the knees, injections in the back, injections in the shoulder, to even them telling me I had to lose weight. And I lost weight. Oh, speak of end of day, I can barely walk. Yeah, exactly. And that's the way I was with my job. I could barely walk at the end of the day. I would do anything. Like, I would be like, okay, I cannot untie my work boots, because I knew that once I untied those work boots, I wouldn't be able to walk. I would be in so much pain because of my feet, my ankles, but also that pain in my lower back. I didn't want to sit. I didn't like to sit, but I had to, because I had to drive my repair truck that had the welder in the back. So it was kind of one of those things you kind of had no choice but to do, but you kept on trucking. You kept on going and you kept doing your daily thing in order to make a living. But it took me from the age of 23 to the age of finally being diagnosed 34. And I went out on disability, and it took me from 34 to 40, almost 41, before it got approved. So I went through so much, and sitting, like right now, sitting does bother me, but that's why Sharon gets on me. Get up and walk, get up and walk, get up and walk. Let's go do this. Let's go do. Standing, when I do my live dives, I don't share it with you guys, but my live dives, when I do them for hours, I'm in rough shape after, but I love doing it because I love to dye fiber. I love sharing all of the things that I do with all of you. So that is what my reward is. Yeah, I may get pain out of it, but my reward is sharing with you guys and seeing how you all enjoy when I'm dyeing up fiber or I'm doing spinning or whatever. Can't sit down and walk for long.
Mhm.
It's hard and annoying as hell. Yes, Jess, it is so. Yeah, I had it on both wrists. So, yeah, Regina. And you know what, you guys? I have to go back in again. It didn't last me very long, because after I had the first hand done, they said wait a year. Within that year, they started doing injections on the first hand they did surgery. So I had to get cortisone injections in my wrists. And the way they do it is they stick it down through here to go down into this canal here. Because you have a series of tubes. I call them the tubes with all your nerve endings and everything. Yeah. So you guys, I had to go back in. I'm at the point, I'm sick of needles in my feet. I'm sick of needles in my knees. I'm sick of needles in my shoulders and my back. So I'm now at the point where I said, you know what? I'll just keep on trucking. I'll keep doing what I'm doing. I will get to the point where when it's time and they're going to do something that is going to be a long term, then I will go in and deal with all of that. So it sucks, you guys. It really does. And it's just, you got to learn to accept it. For you, Antoinette, how did you deal with a lot of the things you...
Actually, at the age of 39, I was arrested by a doctor. broke 4 vertebrae in my back, spent
What?
spent 6 months in traction, a year learning to walk again, pain management,
Wow.
62 injections in my back. They said they couldn't give me any more. There was so much scar tissue they couldn't get the needles through. Told me to quit driving truck, and I said to them, "You can pay my bills." So I drove truck for another close to 20 years, and I just managed. I take no pain medication. I turned down the surgery twice. Um, and I unloaded my own truck. I'm talking big truck tires, big tractor trailer tires, and 53-foot trailer full of stuff. I unloaded my own truck, and I worked the gas wells, hauling hoses, and working on my own rig. But all through my life, and they just did an MRI last year. It only took 14 months to get it, but that's Canadian healthcare. And it was actually for my stomach and stuff. And they said, well, this, and this, but wow, your back's really a mess. Yeah, no kidding. I just deal with it. The pain sometimes gets bad. That's why I'm trying to reorganize my life with cutting back on the ferry and doing more with my teaching. And I keep my weight down, and it's not a vanity thing because I really don't care, because the person that I lived for is gone, and I just do it to be able to walk. But there's days I get out of bed on my hands and knees, and again, I'm going to be 64, so we all get arthritis. It's just a fact of life, okay? But I like to get in the swimming pool. That helps a lot. But I don't know. I just live one day at a time.
Wow. Hold on, because I'm trying to do something here really quick.
Well, I'll just.
No, I don't take any. I have zero medication. Zero. I went to get my tax records from the pharmacy. He says, you didn't have any prescriptions the whole year. So I don't take anything. Over the counter, I will take gel caps for migraines. Tylenol sometimes for the arthritis. But really, I I don't take anything. Maybe I push like all of us. When my hands are hurting from crocheting and knitting too much, I keep pushing it, and then finally I've learned, well, I'll just switch to Tunisian, or I'll switch to Addy or something, just give my hands a break. But I just refuse to give in.
And that's
how
the
I
thing,
feel
you
about
guys.
it. I refuse to give in to it. When I got at my worst, they had sent me to so many pain management doctors, arthritis doctors. I was taking so much pain medicine. I didn't know if I was coming or going. I didn't know if it. I honestly didn't. I did not leave my house one time for 3 solid months. Never walked out my door. I got the flu, actually. It's the best thing that ever happened to me, probably, because I got to my husband had to take me to the emergency room, and there was a doctor there that was recovering. And when she realized, everything I was taking, um, which wasn't really helping because I was still in pain and just getting more and more depressed. And she helped me get off of all of the pain medicine. I don't take any pain medicine anymore. Um, and there's sometimes I'll honestly say, when I can't sleep, when, like last night for one, I don't crave it until I feel like I did last night. I would have given my right arm last night to have a pain pill,
So
but
you
I
guys,
know, huh?
I got one other person that I really want you guys to also meet and join, because she also has a story like us as well. Keep going, Kendall. Keep
No,
going.
I
Go.
mean, that's all. I
Okay.
don't. I'm just saying. I don't take any pain medicine anymore. I take some ibuprofen, and I just have learned different ways to deal with it. But then that's part of my depression too. I have to deal with the pain, which can bring on my depression. So anyway, I'm through.
No, okay. If you guys don't know who she is, this is Fiber, Fantastic Fiber. This is Marie. She is amazing. Her and I talk behind the scenes as well. And I got to learn so much and understand so much of what she's also been going through. So if you guys, please welcome in Marie. Marie, this is Kendall and Antoinette, Hook and Stitch and Island Style.
Hi.
Sister Trucker. Sister Trucker.
Just
Yep, just a trucker.
That's what I was 30 years.
Yep, I just started 2 years ago. I've been up on the truck for 6 years, but I started driving 2 years ago. And
Hard life.
it's interesting.
A hard life.
It is a hard life.
So you guys would not believe what she's been through and her story. And it is crazy because when I got to hear all of your guys's, I got to hear Antoinette's. Hers made me cry. I got to hear Kendall's. Hers makes me cry. And then I got to hear yours. And I'm like, damn, I guess I'm not the only hot mess that walked around and has been done wrong by doctors. So
Yeah.
if you would you like to share a little bit about it? If you're comfortable with it, we don't have to just.
Nope, I've got a great way of telling my story.
Oh, I
So,
love you.
20 something years ago, I was implanted with a medical device that was supposed to help me. And instead it damaged me. It went through my internal organs. It went through my nerves, my bones, and it caused me to have a few organs removed. Yeah, I live with constant pain. It is difficult to sit, so I understand that 100%. I have nerve damage that is so bad that I do have to get my injections every couple months, and they are talking e-stim and surgery. It has gotten to the point where it affects my appetite now. I have gastroparesis because of it, because the pain is so bad that it causes me to not be able to eat. And apparently the body can forget how to eat. Moses just reminded me. Yeah, the body can forget how to eat, apparently. So I struggle with that as well. So yeah, the doctors, they decided 20 something years ago, this is a good device, and they still put it in people to this day. And hundreds of thousands of people have sued over this. And I can't say what it was because of the lawsuits and all. Yeah, it's Moses wants me to say what it was, but I'll leave that one to the imagination. I'm not allowed, you know.
I know what it is, and I'm not going to put it out there because it's not my story and not my place, because I respect people when it comes to their stories. And it's just something that it should never be used, you guys. And they use it saying that it's going to help us, and it never does.
No,
and
it doesn't.
Hi, Moses, by the way. Thank you for
Hi,
allowing
Moses.
us to take your wonderful wife and have her join us.
You're the mom.
I have a
They said,
feeling I know
hello,
what it
thank you
is.
for letting take your wonderful wife and letting me join them. He said, have
I
fun.
have a feeling I might know what it is. I used to take care of a patients that had that problem. But anyway, I won't say what I think it is.
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
and then how do you deal with your chronic pain that you go through every day? What are the things that you do that helps you?
Oh, I suffer. There's nothing that I'm allowed to do up here. I'm a truck driver, so everything that could help me can't help me up here. So I just suffer.
Man, I see, and that it breaks my heart to know that you guys in certain professions, like when I was working, I couldn't take certain things either. I mean, the railroad, when it comes to being strict on things you take, medication, because you're around moving equipment. With you being a truck driver, you're driving and you're hauling heavy loads.
Yep.
And you have to deal with the public of driving and wanting to make sure that, like, oh, I've got to guarantee not just my safety, but the safety of the public around you. And so it makes it hard. And it's just, I am amazed how a lot of you ladies are. I know what I did to get through my day, but how you, like yours, especially yours with the chronic pain, that you can't even do a little things to even get rid of the pain, because taking any type of pill or any medication or anything that is herbal can cause you to either get tired or misjudge. And that's the last thing you want. And that's why I was like, girl, how do you do it?
Well, and what's crazy is even like right now with the gastroparesis, it's causing my liver to fail. So because I can't take Tylenol.
So yeah, you guys,
So
that's why everybody, we all have a story. Not all of us share our story, but the story that we do have, you guys would be amazed by the journeys that we've all gone through. Like, look at Marie, her journey over something that she was guaranteed was going to improve her life had
fix my
actually
life.
had done the total opposite and actually caused more. And that's why when it comes to taking, yes, we're taking advice of professionals that are supposed to have our best interest, but sometimes they do, they're intended to, but it's the fact that we're not guaranteed that it's actually going to work. Because if you look at medications that we all take, look at how many side effects. Some can cause you to be suicidal. Some can cause you to have liver failure.
Mm-hmm.
So it's sad to see. So for you, like, did you have to go through any therapy, Marie, or anything like that? Like,
Well, we're just finding out how bad my liver is right now. They're doing a bunch of testing, and when I come back home, I'm getting a liver fiber scan done to find out if there's permanent scarring. Um, they asked me how much do I drink and do I do cocaine because of how bad my liver is. And I'm like, I'm a truck driver. I can't do any of that stuff, you know? Like, no, I don't do any of that. And they're like, okay, well then we need to get to the bottom of why your liver is so bad. And so when finding out how much I eat and how much I can consume in a day, I'm in starvation mode. So my liver can't keep up with anything that goes in.
wow.
So, yeah.
So if it is, how do I, I'm trying to think of the right way to ask the question without asking, like, for it to be so, are they hoping that it's going to be a better outcome, or are they kind of on that other side of what they think?
Well, with the research that I've done, gastroparesis is not deadly. Just the effects of it are deadly. So 3 people out of 1,000 die every year with gastroparesis from the complications of gastroparesis. It's 3 out of 1,000. So
people who don't know it, could you explain to them what gastroparesis is?
okay, so gastroparesis is paralysis of the stomach and the intestine. So I eat and it goes nowhere. It doesn't go through my intestine. If it gets into the intestine, it stays there. It doesn't come out. So you can imagine what that is. Constipation like a mofo. And then when you eat again, you get full. And you eat again, you throw up. And then you don't eat because there's no room for anything. And then when you finally do evacuate, there's no desire to eat. The desire to eat is gone. So I have the tummy of a baby. I can eat a jar of baby food. I can eat a pudding cup.
Oh, sweetheart.
And that's a whole meal. And I'm full, like so full.
And
quite
how is
opposite of what I used to be. Yes, my husband just reminded me. Quite opposite. I've lost 100 pounds. And, you know, I did try in the beginning. And now I'm like, wait a second, I got to stop because it's just still coming off and I don't have it to lose.
Wow. And how is, I know Moses, he's been the biggest supporter, because we all see him and we see how much he's there for you and always support you through every journey. Even all of our wonderful fiber addiction. So we're told, but we don't have a fiber. We just have a passion for fiber. That's all it is. A passion. We have a love for it. So when people try to tell us we got an addiction, we don't have an addiction, everybody. We just have a passion for lots of fiber, lots of fiber. And I've noticed that he's been like your biggest supporter, like my biggest supporter through all of what you've been through. And with you going through, I know that you probably deal with a lot of depression and just like frustration. And you always probably wonder, like, man, I can't believe he's still with me after 20 years because he's going through it with me. And I know for me, that's what I thought with my husband, because it was
it does
hard.
make it does make it hard because you wish for better, because you love him so much, you wish he had better, you know? Like,
Exactly.
this isn't the life I wanted for me, let alone for him, you know? So
Exactly.
it does make things a little difficult in that fashion. Here you go, love. It's not up there. But yeah, it's tough, but he is my biggest supporter. He does everything I need when I can't do those things. If I can't
That's
get myself into the bed at the end of my drive, he puts me there. You know, like you said, your husband would pick you up out of the bed and put you in the tub. That's what my husband
yeah.
does.
Oh, look, I'm gonna get emotional now because I understand, like, when you're at that point with your body and your body just wants to be like, "Psh, no more, I'm not moving. You're gonna have to literally force me to move or have someone like pick you up for yourself." And
Yeah.
and it's hard because you sit there and you think about it and you're like, hold on. And you always apologize to your significant other. I'm so sorry that you got to go through. I'm so sorry. That's all you ever say. And I know I say it to mine because on top of that, you're also fighting being depressed and angry and frustrated. But then you're also dealing with, you feel humiliated because if you can't go to the bathroom and do your normal deeds, you feel like a child, like a baby again, because they're the ones doing it for you. And it's like,
Yeah,
I didn't want it for you.
you got me going, Dawn. You got me
I'm
going.
sorry, sweetie. I know that. Sweetie, I still go through it. I trust me. I still go through it. When I days that that man had to pick me up, I'm telling you, I cried all the way to the shower, standing there, barely can hold myself. I cried
Yeah,
because I was, no, no, I don't want you doing this for me. No, I got to do it. No, you just let the water run on you. Just let me help you. And you're saying, this is not what I wanted for you. I didn't want you to have to do this. And your independence, you feel like you're being stripped, like your body is just so angry with you. And it's like, why? And then you want to sit there, God, why? Why me? Why? And then why is he being punished? Why should he have to deal with it? But because our husbands,
yeah,
our friend, even our friends who love us so much, they see who you are, not see the illness that we have. And with him,
yeah.
I relate. Trust me, I relate because I felt so useless when it came to it all.
Yep.
I felt I couldn't do nothing. And to see my husband have to even literally wipe after I had to go to the bathroom was not something I wanted. Not in my 30s. Definitely not. Maybe
Right?
I was in my 90s, right? Okay,
We think of it, yeah, we think of it in the 90s. We don't think of it in our 30s. And
no.
yeah, it's humiliating. And you get to a point where you have to like swallow your pride and just realize that this is life and this is what it is. You
And then
know,
you do
got to
meet
pull
the
up my pants at the end of the day. Well, then I guess you're pulling them up.
exactly. And it's hard because you don't want your friend, like, I know, like, Sharon teases me because I do have a couple procedures coming up, and she's teasing, well, I'll go in and do it for you. I'm like, girlfriend, no, you ain't going in those places. No, no, no. Let's not, you know what I mean? But I know that if it came down to it, and say, God forbid, that anything happened to my husband, I know she would be right there.
Yep.
I know that the small group of friends that I do have, like Antoinette, Kendall, the small little you would be there if I ever needed that. I know that. And that's where I am so happy, and I'm so glad that I've been blessed with these friendships because you all understand, because we've all been through that pain. We've all been through the humiliation. We've all been through all of these journeys. And the one thing that we all have in common is that we've never judged either one of us for it. You've never judged me. You've never judged me. I've never judged any of you because we all understand.
You
And
know, when
There's
I got
nothing to
sick,
judge.
I honestly tried to push my husband away. I mean, I was convinced I was useless. I couldn't contribute financially anymore. You know, I couldn't do all the things I felt like I needed to be doing for my kids. And I honestly think I really tried to make it so bad for him that he left.
yeah,
Because that way I could say, well, see, you didn't stay with me. You must not have really cared about me.
Mhm.
But luckily for me, he didn't fall for it. That was almost 22 years ago. And he's
yeah,
still around.
Look at it from the opposite, because when my husband got ill, the 10th,
Mhm.
before he passed away, I took care of him 24/7. And
Mhm.
I never regretted it. I never felt put on. You do it from the love. You do it because you are part of that person. Coming from
Yeah,
their
but you know,
view.
that's what your mind can do, though. I was convinced that it was just too much, that he couldn't
Mhm.
possibly love me enough to take care of me.
Why would he want to when he can have a better life? Like that's what your
Mhm.
like you're telling yourself mentally, like, why is
Yeah,
he with me?
You
yeah,
see, I came from the fact that I'm going to be here and do for him what I can do as long as I can
mhm.
do it.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah,
not going to take any time away from him.
yeah. Well, if the situation had been reversed, I would never dream of. I would take care of him. I mean, it was just my mind doing that, telling me that. And our anniversary is next Saturday, and we'll have been married 39 years. So he's a
Wow.
good guy.
See, that's
God
And I
bless.
awesome.
and I also I was gonna say I have gastroparesis too. It's a miserable feeling. It really is. I don't
Mhm.
think I have it to the extent that you do, but I do have gastroparesis. I was diagnosed about 3 years ago. But mine's caused
I,
by diabetes.
yeah,
So
mine is due to everything that I've been through, and it's hard. Like I've lost 100 pounds, and I know that some of that was me trying, but I know at least 35 of it was not. That happened in the course of 2 weeks a few years ago, and the doctors could not figure out what happened. It just all of a sudden my weight just kind of dropped, and I stopped eating, and I ended up hospitalized, and every test ran and they couldn't figure out what was wrong with me because nothing's wrong. It's in my head. And
Yeah.
that was one of the trips to the hospital that the doctor, I walked out. I walked out of there. I was so upset. The doctor said, well, are you sure that maybe this isn't in your head?
And that's the worst.
bless his
I said,
heart.
I lost 35 pounds in my head. Are you
Yeah, really.
serious?
Your
Wow.
head would have been that big.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Okay,
Oh, I guess
Trippy, where I
can I
lost
just
it.
can I mention one thing? I'm trying to read the chat, but I can't see it. So I'm not ignoring people. I can't. My eyes are
She
blurry.
okay, so you guys, please love on Kendall because she has been struggling with her eyes, you guys. So don't think she's ignoring. I should have told them that earlier, but I was waiting for you to say it. I try not to say it
It's
either.
okay. I'm trying, but I'm not ignoring anyone. I just can't see it. So
My
anyway,
daughter ordered.
that's
Wow. And look at this. A doctor ordering x-rays on a bladder infection. Like, really, people?
Yeah. Then my last trip to the hospital, the doctor ordered an x-ray when I clearly should have had a CAT scan. You don't check for appendicitis with an x-ray. You check with a CAT scan.
Oh my God. And how are you today, now, Marie? Like, is today a
I
good day?
I am having a mediocre day. Mediocre. I
And
am not having the best of days. Last night we rode through a storm, and of course, anybody with chronic pain knows that storms are difficult.
yeah,
So
they are. Oh
rode
my
through
God.
the storm last night and the night before, and I think the night before. So we've been going through that one storm. We came in from the east into the west, into Washington, into that one storm. And then we drove down the West Coast into that storm further. And now the storm left you guys and started heading east. And that's where we're at. We're with that storm heading east.
Oh,
Can you
man.
get a break from the storm? That storm
Yeah.
had ruined our plans. The storm needs to stop. It ruined our plans.
I'm telling you, I want to kick its butt.
If I could, I would do it for you too. Because you guys, we were trying to find a way, because I know, because Marie comes down through Cali. I tell you what, next time, I don't care if she's pulled over on the side of the street. I will drive. I don't care if there's a tornado coming. This time around, it is not going to stop us from meeting up this go around. It was bad because she came into the storm, you guys. If you haven't seen that video that she had posted, oh my gosh, that storm was miserable. And I was like, what? You were grounded for how long with that storm?
We tiptoed from the north part of the West Coast to the southern part of the coast. It took us, 24, 36 hours, love?
Jeez.
Yeah,
Wow.
just to make that short drive.
Tell her to come April 2nd through the 7th.
You hear this? She's telling you to come back because Kendall's actually going to be here staying at my place for about a week.
Oh, cool. April what?
Unless
April
she can hang out.
2nd.
April 2nd. She's
Oh,
telling
yeah.
me turn around. No, just turn around and come back.
Yeah, I'll be there the 2nd, and I'm leaving, I think, the 8th.
I think it's
We'll just get back on the road again on the 5th, I think. So we wouldn't be to Cali just yet.
Oh well.
oh man.
We're going home next week, guys.
I know. I'm
Yeah,
excited
that's
for
good
you.
You need that.
Yeah, you need home time. I don't know how you and Antoinette do the trucking. I really don't know how you two do it. You two ladies amaze me with the trucking thing. Look, I'll stick with my railroad pipelines, all of that, but trucking, no. Nope.
And
an
it takes a lot of deodorant and body spray.
It was an adventure.
Oh, you guys get the stops in between? Like, are you guys ever able to hit those truck stops that have the showers?
Oh yeah,
we do.
I showered regularly.
Yeah.
I showered regularly. I had stuff in my truck.
That's good.
And my hair's always been really long since I've been driving. And I used to wear acrylic nails all the time. And worked in my truck, never chipped my polish,
wow.
never broke my nail. So I worked in my own rigs all the time.
I don't know. I think I might like it. I
That's
like
awesome.
to travel. I like to go.
Hey,
I
it got me worn. It got me worn, and
yeah, it did good for your hubby. It did.
yeah, it got me the love of my life.
Yeah.
Makes it all worth it, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. And I hit all 48 states. I've been across all but 3 Canadian provinces and Mexico.
Oh wow. Yeah,
I
you've
logged
done more
3
than me.
million.
I've just done the States.
I logged 3 million safe miles.
Wow.
Oh,
Good for you.
Wow.
Congratulations.
And I retired. And I said, no, I gave up my class 1. I didn't want to. It changed. The industry changed too much. I want nothing to do with it.
Yeah.
Anyways, I do apologize, everybody. I believe it or not, if you see this mess around me, I've got so many stitch marks and progress keepers. I muted so you didn't hear the tinkle, tinkle, tinkle of the cabochon trays. I do apologize. I'm sorry.
It's all right. Hello, Zoila. Hello, beautiful. I hope
Hey,
you are
Zoila.
doing
So I'm gonna mute.
It's all right, sweetheart. Yeah, no. I tried acrylic nails. I tried that girly stuff, and I can't keep it because even now, and look at these nails from dyeing fiber. And I've scrubbed them and bleached them and everything. I got my hands clean, but the nails are not getting clean. Okay.
I do my own nails when I do them. I do the dip stuff.
Yeah, I won't show mine.
No, I have no nails.
Mine don't look so
cannot
good
be
right
any
now,
worse.
but I
Look.
do.
They look like I haven't even washed them, and I scrubbed them with a scrub brush with bleach and everything. Yeah, I mean, look, it's a mess. I got all kinds of like owies and everything else everywhere. I'm a mess, you guys. I'm a mess.
You're just a mess. You're just a mess.
You know, Marie, I'm glad you came up. Antoinette, I am so glad you both came up. You guys are always welcome to be on anytime I come on, you guys are more than welcome. Anytime you guys want to pop on, just say, hey, girlfriend, did you forget us? And then I'll be like, oh, hold on. Just like when you,
Oh
you
no.
sent a message, I was like, oh, okay, hold on. That's what I was telling everybody, like, hold on, I got to do something. So I was trying to find it to send it over. And I enjoy having people that are willing to share what they're going through and talk about what they're going through and even their health conditions. Because that's why I have Real Talk Thursdays. And then Friday, we're sitting and we're shooting the breeze and being crazy and talking about all kinds of stuff. And yeah, sometimes we get a little. So I kind of a little bit some days. Some days. I'm not saying all the time, but I do. So last question for you, Marie. Have you had to start any therapy because of what you've been through?
Yeah, I do. I did a whole year of physical therapy, which they told me that I would never walk again. I taught myself how to walk again.
Wow.
I did a 5K after they told me that, and then I got my CDL and became a truck driver. I guess my body said, "Don't tell me what I can do and what I can't do," and yeah. So the therapies that they've tried have not worked. There are therapies that I plan on trying when I'm done trucking. We are hoping to be done within the next year or sooner. That's the plan. The plan is to run hard, earn the money, save the money, invest the money, make the money, make monies, and then have the money so that you don't have to make money anymore. You know, like you have the money.
And that's what I want to bring up. I'm glad you brought that up. So you guys, I have Marie, I have Antoinette. So these two ladies are amazing, and I talk about them as much as I
So I'm
can.
gonna drop their links.
Oh, so see, girlfriend, you're already reading my mind. I knew it. See, she dropped links for me before I can even say it. So you guys, these two ladies both have goals, and I want to be able to help them both reach their goals. I know for Antoinette, what are we trying to reach? My beautiful Canadian sis.
I had to unmute because I'm making noise. If I make it, I'm trying to get to, my goal is 4,000 watch hours, which I'm 400 away, 400 hours. And we're trying to do maybe 2K by the 6-year anniversary in August.
So you guys, if you can, and all of you that do not know the Antoinette, you definitely need to snatch her up, watch her on the weekend. She is amazing. She's great to watch. She knits, she crochets. She's even now going to get into spinning. I'm starting to rub off on people now. And then I've got my beautiful, fantastic Fiber Marie. You guys don't know her. You guys are going to love on her. Her and her hubby is an awesome duo. I love seeing when she pops up and does her lives. She is a great laugh. Tell them what your goal is, girlfriend. I know it, but I'd rather them hear it from the horse's mouth. And they got to hear it.
So goal number 1 is to get my 3,000 watch time hours, and then get on to my 2,000 subscribers. I'm almost there. I am almost there. I'm at 17. Last I checked, 1766. I think.
Yeah.
I think I may not be right. I might be mixing that up with something else. 17 something. I'm almost at my 2,000 though. I'm getting there, and then I want to get after that. Then I want to get to my 4,000. But my goal is to monetize because I don't want to be a trucker anymore.
There you go. So you guys, let's.
I like yarn too much.
Oh yeah, don't we all? I just love fiber. I mean, I got it hanging everywhere. I finished off 1 16-ounce spool.
Beautiful.
Yes, I'm showing it, Kendall. Don't worry. You guys, watch out for that one. And then I applied this with metallic thread.
That's pretty.
So this is a bamboo merino blend, metallic blend. So yeah. So you guys, please, these beautiful ladies, I love them. I love watching them. I try to support them every way I can possibly get them support. And I'm going to tell you right now, we need to get Marie monetized. We need to get hooking and stitching my beautiful Antoinette, help her reach her goals with her full monetization, all of it. Get her 2,000, get her 4,000. Sing with Marie, 2,000, 4,000. We need to help them
Be
out.
nice, Lisa.
Lisa, leave it alone. Don't you start with her. Kendall is ready to be a ninja and an assassin. Don't mess with her yarn now. Her fiber is hers. Don't touch it. Don't talk about it. Don't even look at it.
No, Lisa.
Oh, yay. You guys just got another sub. Thank you, Tammy.
Thank you, Tammy. Thank you.
So you guys, please sub to them. Please give them
Lisa.
watch hours. They are
I'm already
amazing.
subbed to both of them.
It makes more giveaways and more prizes given out on the Sunday lives. I mean, Dawn and Sharon won a couple weeks ago, and
Oh yes, we did. Yep, we won. We've
had some good stuff. Thank you, ladies. Thank you very much.
Thank you, CC Angel. So you guys both got a couple more subscribers.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And you guys, anybody
and
watch?
Denise won something as well.
Oh yeah, and Denise.
Denise one.
Yeah. So you guys, these two ladies are amazing. You guys are going to enjoy them. I enjoy them, and you guys know I'm not that bad at picking people. Come on now, I got good taste in people. I got some good taste. Look, I have my few little hiccups, but I got good taste. I know good people when I see them. And these two ladies are beyond good. They are amazing. I love watching them. Like I said, Antoinette is a great hoot. We talk about not just fiber, but we talk about everything, as well as with Marie. She has her hubby there. Those two, yeah, they crack me up. Let's put it that way. He's always there. Yeah, gotta go in, and she's showing her yard. I love it when you guys do that. And I mean, and Marie, having you pop up and just showing your journey going across country, we love it. I love it. I know people love it. And anybody that's watching replay, you guys definitely please sub to these amazing ladies. I'm going to put them in my description box. Let them reach their goal, because you guys are definitely missing out if you have not watched them. You guys are going to enjoy it. Watch their journey. Watch everything. You guys are going to love it. Oh, look. I got more. Look, you guys got more. You got Penny. You got Chris. I'm telling you guys. I'm telling you guys, I would not tell you guys, if I truly didn't love on them. I also get to talk to them behind the scenes. I know who they are. I know what they're like. You did not realize
The look on her face.
Yeah, we heard that one, and it went on the floor, didn't it?
About 400 charms.
Oh no.
I'm glad I'm not in your shoes.
Yeah.
I'd rather make my charms. That way I can keep it under control. And if I drop it, oh look, I only got 2 I dropped. I'm good. That's all I'm worried about. But you guys, I am really happy that you've all came here and you guys joined me on panel. And I'm going to leave it open for you guys to always be welcomed. And like I told you, Marie, you can definitely, what we talked about streaming, you can do it by all means, please, to help you get your watch hours. And Miss Antoinette, you too.
Thank you.
I'm dead serious. I'm not sure. Are you coming on, girlfriend? Because if you are still here, please let me know. If you're coming on right after me, I'm not sure. Because everybody's times are changing, and I can't keep up with everybody. I just keep up with a little few. That's all I try to do. Mary, thank you so much for sharing with us, because it's good that people get to see you and hear a little bit about you. And like I said, they're going to love on you, especially the way I love on you. I love on you. I can't help it. Just like I love on Kendall and Antoinette, I love on you. I'm a big lover. And anybody that wants to drop their link before we do head out of here, go ahead, take your time, you guys. And if you want a little sassiness too before you leave, just type in Night Butt, B-U-T-T.
And
for sassiness.
Night Butt, yeah.
Night Butt. And then
Or
there's
Nightbot.
or Nightbot for some sweetness.
Well, I'm happy I got to meet you both. It was very nice to meet you guys.
It is
Very nice to meet you, Marie. I've watched your videos and I've watched you, Kendall, but it was nice to meet you ladies in person.
I'm glad you guys gotta build this family, gotta build the connection, and all of us.
Feel the love.
Oh, Angie, stop to both of you.
Thank
guys.
you, Angie. Thank you.
So you guys, please go ahead, type in hot mess, all one word. It'll drop your guys' links. Anybody that wants to drop your links. And Yeah, thanks for mingling with us on the ride. So see, Zoya puts in he's nice, but everybody else sometimes when he gets a little sassy with you
Rachel, I
guys.
think you spelled it wrong.
I don't know, hot mess. And I'll help you with your Nightbot if you need help, Marie, to get him all up and going for you and get things that you want. So, anyways, you guys, thank you, everybody. Anybody have any last words, your closing statement before we head out?
Thank you, Renelle. Ronell, Yarna, both of you.
Thank you,
Thank you very much, Renelle.
Last words, Antoinette.
Hug, smiles, and happiness. Pass it on. Make the world a better place each and every day. Be that light in somebody's dark day.
Thank you. And Kendall?
In a world where you can be anything, be kind.
How about you, Marie?
I can't follow up with anything as beautiful as that, but you never know what somebody's going through. So just be kind to everybody.
Oh, that's perfect. That sums up Sharon.
Be the rainbow in someone else's cloud.
And like I always tell all of you, and I tell my kids every day, be that custom home. Don't be that track home. Be your own unique individual self. Because everybody does want a custom home. I know I do. So love yourself and love the people around you. Anyways, you guys, don't forget, smash those love thumbs, show some love, and show some love to these beautiful ladies.
Thank
you.
you.
If you're watching the replay, leave a thumb, but also check out these beautiful ladies. I will have them in my description box after I'm done. So I love you all. Thank you all for being here, and have a beautiful night. I'll talk to you guys soon. And don't say the B word, because the B word is forever. I will see you all soon.
Catch you later.
Love
Have
you
a
all.
fantastic day.
Night, everyone.
Night, everyone.